trip to New Orleans in Super Bowl 58. We are ready to rock in the AFC Championship game. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He finds his man complete. That's Black. And he's got some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being...
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And complete, right side to Cook. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Pride. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13, Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. Herbert off of play action. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it second down. They go back to the ground now with Ekeler. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
They're such a talented team in defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Herbert will give this one to Ekeler. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Play action. It's Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
And in the run-up to this championship game, so much was made about how would this offense hold up on the road in a hostile environment. Well, that's not the definitive answer, but what a great first answer from them, that big play right there.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Troy Pride. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
And, partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3-4 quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down, as good running gets him to about the 44. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 36. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that'll be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. They're going to run this with a tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw?
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, an 8-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows to 10-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Joey Bosa in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Allen. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Charger drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a 1st down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Up the middle with Eckler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. A reminder, as we did all through the regular season, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman at halftime. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. It's Eckler again, and he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And he rifles one incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Anthony Schwartz going to bring it out. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Charger drive about to get going. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Herbert. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Second and 10, we're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? Back to throw here, Herbert. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. The frustration going to set in, as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Bubba Bolden who picks it, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
On second down, Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. In motion, the tight end. Now Allen. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers. And
now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And it's taken in at the 9. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on it.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and the Bilsons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
So after the INT, it's Allen. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with a run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. No matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take over here up near the 40. But Charles, in a tie game, you always wonder who's going to be making the big plays. Right now, it's not the offensive players. We're seeing these defenses step up and take control. Both of the last 2 drives have ended with interceptions.
They are certainly dictating this game.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
AFC Championship tilt, 3rd quarter of play. This is 2nd and 10. Eckler, they run left side. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 20-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Herbert operating from the red zone. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 17-10 score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh man, I can't throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now a give running left is Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. And this one is right down the middle. And they double them up here. That makes our score 20-10. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession gigantic. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Allen. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. From the 50, here's Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Elijah Moore, 27 yards. And the Chargers are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle him almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 30 yards. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Chargers 27, Bills 17. Tyler Bass for the kickoff.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. 79 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. The Charger drive about to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. Tackled by the safety, Bubba Bolden. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
jet sweep as he taps it forward. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 2nd and 15 now. Herbert. He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one good for 37 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. The 2nd down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice.
And he's taken it all the way back for the return touchdown. And this game just got a little crazier. They're still alive here in the final stages.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this football game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl.